Hi, I'm Ardis Watkins, and I'm here with Suzanne Beasley and Amanda Finelli, and we're going to give you this week's legislative update. So this week was crossover week.
This week was crossover week, and what that means is any bill that does not have an appropriations attached to it has to pass one of the two chambers to still be considered alive for the rest of the session. So it's a busy week, a lot of legislation moves. So we just were watching every move they make to make sure nothing passed that was harmful to us, and it was a challenging week.
Always is kind of a wild week, but we've gotten just as many calls this week asking what's going on with the pay raise and why haven't we heard anything more about that. And things are moving.
Yes, and the media is interested in it. So we're getting a lot of calls from media outlets who are interested in our pay raise because it's a pay raise that gives equity to state employees and teachers, something that we haven't seen in legislation passed.
Right, it's a great bill, and Representative Chris Malone, who filed House Bill 540, call and support that bill. And call and thank Representative Chris Malone, by the way. He's really doing an amazing job. He's got some great co-sponsors on this bill, and they're all doing an amazing job working for you to try to get this legislation passed. This week, Representative Malone went on Capitol Tonight and did an interview about the bill that explained why more than a third of House Republicans have signed on to this bill. And it's
got traction. They
big
get it.
bill, but they do get it. And it's been, so that was a very good part of the week. The week started on a huge uplift with him reaching out and talking to the public about the bill in that way. But the week took a turn for state employees, and that happened about midweek. Since it's crossover and bills have to move, one of the bills that they were seeking to move was Senate Bill 375, sponsored by Senator Ralph Heiss. And that bill would take the payroll deduction ability of state employees from any one of 13 organizations they might be a member of and want the convenience of paying their dues out of their paycheck rather than having to write a separate check every month or once a year to an organization. It's really something that is no skin off the back of the state to do, and nobody tried to really argue that it was hard on the state to provide that service to employees, but Senator Heiss felt that should be taken away as a right.
Something that's been happening for 36 years, and there's never been a problem, but it seems a bit personal to him. And so the Senate did hear that bill. It passed through committee, and it passed on the Senate floor.
It happened. In the most tragic of ironies, as the Senate was debating Senate Bill 375 on the Senate floor, one of Scenic's own was lost her life on the job at Department of Public Safety. Sergeant Megan Callahan was working and was attacked at the very time that right of state employees was being debated on the Senate floor. That irony wasn't lost on us.
No, that hit us hard. They forget that they're such dangerous jobs that are provided for the public, and the public just kind of takes public services for granted, like housing criminals who would be a danger to our families, our children.
And today, of all ironies, is Workers' Memorial Day, a day we celebrate internationally to remember people who have lost their lives or been injured on the job. And what I think a lot of legislators and people in the community forget is that the work state employees do is dangerous. DOT, DHHS, DPS, everyone that's working there puts their lives on the line for public safety every single day.
That's right.
Just to name a few agencies.
That's right. So Scenic lost that battle the other night, and but Sergeant Callahan lost her life.
Mm-hmm. And state employees lost a right.
But they only lost it on the Senate side. The House has Senate Bill 375 before it now. And we feel good about our relationship with the House members, and specifically how House members have been really good for the most part over the years to Scenic on state worker rights issues. And so we intend to be reaching out to all of the friends we do have in the House who we believe cooler heads will prevail, because the bill simply does nothing for the citizens of North Carolina, for the taxpayers of North Carolina, and we don't think it'll pass, but we'll be there. Mm-hmm. it's something we should note. However, when you talk about the dangerous nature of state jobs, we had 4 correctional officers at Maury Correctional attacked just a few weeks ago in a matter of 5 days. We have Forest Service employees who just extinguished a big fire in the mountains that's incredibly dangerous every moment they go out there to do their jobs. We've got DHHS folks who work in facilities where they have to, it's every minute they're on the job that anything could happen. These are the people that are the reason why we are here. And our hearts go out to the family of Sergeant Megan Callahan. She's a scenic member. And what we want you to know, the rest of the members, is that we will not forget Sergeant Callahan's sacrifice and the sacrifices y'all make every day. And we're going to double down on fighting for y'all, because as we told the committee the other day, worker voices won't be silenced. Scenic's still going to be here. Senate Bill 375 or nothing else is going to make Scenic go away, because we're the only voice you have. And so we're going to keep doing what we do.
So that being said, if you have not switched over to an alternative payment option, you can go to apo.scenic.org and sign up for bank draft.
Or just call into the office. Somebody will help you.
Easy as that.
So that's the update for this week. And we hope to report very soon that there's good news on the pay raise. Do call about House Bill 540 and House Bill 497. That's the pay raise and the COLA, the 2% COLA for retirees. We need to support our sponsors and really get those bills moving.
We appreciate y'all.
Thank a state employee.
Thank a state employee.